because you will say something crazy. We are live, folks. I always be wanting to say we're in the building. I can't wait to be able to hug you all. It's pandemic.
Yeah, I need to squeeze someone.
You need to squeeze.
That's just to say hello.
Put my mask on and shit.
Yeah, we love the hats, by the way, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's get started. It's 2021, baby.
Did you see that? Did you see that opening? Woo!
I love
I'm glad
it. I love
part of the
it. I
first
love it.
opening of 2021.
Dope.
That was good.
Thank you all so much.
Yes.
Yes, Tangy
That was
Tea of
lovely.
Life
Hey,
is back.
hats off to you.
Burn that hat.
You know what?
Burn that hat.
Did you really just say hats off to me with that hat on?
He just cursed you.
Oh,
That's what he
man.
said. He just said some bad words to you with that hat.
You know what? I'm not. I'm not
saying is
mad.
This is the last day.
Days.
This is the last day of this clown is gonna be the president.
Days.
Last
Yep.
day.
Well, you know, I kind of like the guy myself.
Okay. I was gonna surprise Veronica and knock on that screen behind her. Sure.
But you know what? We're not going to get in politics tonight because we have a juicy email letter tonight.
When have we gotten into politics?
Never.
There you go.
And let me say Happy New Year to everyone out there and welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where it goes down. We talk about any and everything right here on the tea. It's a new year. It's a new us. It's a new show. Well, not really new because, you know, the same drama for your mama, for your daddy, for your brother, for your sister. It's all here right here. The tea. All right, so let's get in it. First of all, let me share because am I looking at Jai comments or am I looking at the viewers' comments?
Our comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me tag you all.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Go ahead, Victor. I know you want to say something. You should have did this already.
No, I got my pad because I like to write notes.
Oh.
Hey, I got a couple of letters you can write.
What?
You couple of holidays coming up here in February, baby.
Oh gosh, you know, we're not even going there. We're not even touching that. Let's get into this. Did I say Happy New Year to everyone? Happy New Year, guys. 2021 is going to be a great year for you, and you. That's right. All right, so let's get into this letter. We received a letter from this young lady. And of course, I did not share it with Victor. I did not share it with Tori. I did not share it with Fatine. Oh, how rude of me. Let me introduce my co-host, Victor. What's going on, Victor? Are you sleeping over here?
How everybody doing?
Good. Maybe you need to take off that hat because you're not yourself tonight. What's going on?
Yeah, drink something dark. That's what's the problem.
What's going on to my girl Tori, who is back with us, sipping on some tea.
What's up?
And I have Fatine back with us all the way from New York, folks, from the #1 radio station, WBLS.
In the house. All right.
Clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
to
clink.
all of you. So let's get into this email letter right now, and it go a little something like this. My husband and I had a great marriage at the beginning, and then he started asking me to get involved in things I wasn't interested in, like bringing other women in our bedroom. I thought we had a great sex life, but I guess I wasn't pleasing him enough. The first few times he asked, I told him I would never let that happen. Then it seemed like he was slowly distancing himself from me. So in order to keep him happy, and because I wanted our marriage so bad to work, I went ahead one day and agreed to invite one of his coworkers to have sex with us. I've never thought about having sex with a woman, but it seemed like I was forced to do so. Besides, we supposed to make our men happy, right? I thought it would be a one-time deal, but then he began asking over and over again. Yes, I agreed every single time. Over the past years, we've, okay, I think she misspelled something. Over the past years, we've invited 4 different women to join in sexual activities. I've had enough of this marriage. I even get to the point where I pretend to be asleep when he wants to have sex with me. I'm not interested any longer because he took me through so much. I tried to please him, but it seems like an endless battle to make him happy. Nothing I do or say seems to be enough. I'm not in love with him, but I don't want to start a new life without him either. He takes care of the home and our 3 children, ages 7, 10, and 13. I feel trapped in this marriage. We've been married 15 years and it just seems impossible to move on without him. Any advice you give is appreciated. Thanks, Anonymous. Um, well, it seemed like this is going on a lot lately in America. It seemed like a lot of people are to that point where they're inviting others into their relationships, into their marriages to get it a little spicy or whatever you call it. She want our advice, so we're going to give her our advice. First of all, thank you for writing in the Tangy Tea of Life. I feel as though when you start out by accepting something like that to come into your marriage or relationship, I feel like that you're looking for trouble. You're asking for trouble when you accept someone to come into your bedroom, pretty much. You say that you don't want to start a new life without him. He takes care of the home, he takes care of the children. We as women have got to stop acting like we need a man or we dependent on a man. I think if he's a real man, he will still be there for the kids and he will still be there for you if you need him. I don't think that's a reason you should stay. I feel like you said in the letter that you're not in love with him, but you don't want to start a new life without him. You don't love him. When you want to have sex with you, you pretend like you sleep. What's the point of this marriage at this point? You gotta feel like it's like he's stepping out on you, even though you are taking in these sexual encounters or whatever you call it with your husband. It's like he's cheating, if that makes sense. I don't understand why. I mean, you say you agree to it because you saw him slowly distancing himself from you. But my thing is, if he respect you, he would have never asked you to do that if you didn't agree with it, because you told him that you wasn't interested in that type of marriage. Hey, to each his own. A lot of people out there probably disagree with me because, like I said, a lot of that has been going on. I hear different stories about that, but I feel like you shouldn't agree to it if you felt that way. And if he wanted to leave, bye boo. That's how I feel about it. I just feel like we as women have got to stand up and be respectful of our bodies. I don't want someone coming in our marriage having, a threesome, as whatever you want to call it. No, I don't want that. And if you feel like I'm not good enough for you, you feel like you need someone else to come in to spice up this marriage or spice up this relationship, whatever, then you go find that person and have a good time. All right, so I talked enough. I'm going to let you guys put your 2 cents in, and of course, I'm going to chime in along with you guys. So whoever wants to
Well,
start
Victor's
off.
the co-host, so Victor goes next. He's the co-host.
Okay. First of all, for her to agree to a coworker, she should have known right then and there was something not right with that. You're playing too close to home with that. As far as the inner workings of a relationship, ma'am, you caused this problem. This is all on you. I don't know what she really is asking right now. She could have easily said no, kept the sanctity or the decency of whatever she wants to call her marriage, and then it would have been what it was. The only thing that I'm going to disagree with is something Veronica said when she said that women don't need a man, but that's something that we can discuss later. So I'll pass it on to
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's,
Yeah.
we mix it here on the team. We mix it up. Like we jump around. Well,
Yeah.
But
You want me?
you're right. We can, but they let them, and then we can bring it back, right?
Yeah, we can bring it back. I agree with that. We
yeah,
can bring
because
it back. That's a whole other can of worms. That
you definitely going to open up a can of worms.
Yeah, we're gonna deal with that. Tori, you go ahead next. You're the lady.
Okay, for me personally, well, first of all,
I'm sorry, Tori.
First of all, I'm not married and I've never been married before. But I will say this, whether I'm in a marriage or in a committed relationship, if I'm asked to do that, that's something that I'm not going to agree with. Because first of all, I have respect for myself. Second of all, when you do that, you're inviting other spirits into your bedroom because people forget about soul ties. Soul ties is nothing to play with. You're bringing in too many spirits within your bedroom, because once you're intimate, that's a spiritual connection. So not only are you bringing another person, you're bringing in the soul ties as well, and you don't know what type of spirits is attached to different people. So I wouldn't agree to it. Because, like I said, once you get attached by those soul ties, some of those soul ties is like crazy getting off. And if she's not woman enough for him, then I don't see why he got married. I don't understand why people get married if they want to bring in outsiders. I don't believe in the open marriage, but like I said, I'm not married, so biblically, that's not what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to be one woman, one man. You're not supposed to bring other people involved. So I wouldn't agree with to start with, because I have respect for myself. And like I said, if he would have chose to leave, bye. And even though we're not together, you still can support the children like you're supposed to. Be the man and do the right thing for the children. I don't need you. Because and for you to agree to it, this is just my opinion. For you to agree to it, that says to me that your self-esteem is low, and you think that you necessarily have to have a man to make you whole. You have to be whole by yourself. Another person does not complete you. You are complete by yourself. Another person does not make you whole. So before you even get in relationships, you got to be whole on your own. So I wouldn't agree to it. I just think she opened a whole can of worms. And then the thing is, a lot of times when those situations happen, they could be linking up when she's not around. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
And they could be linking up with other people, and that's more and more and more soul ties.
Yep.
You start acting a certain way, and you wonder, why am I acting this way? Because of those soul ties. That's crazy.
Right.
Yep. And then and diseases are still out there as well.
So what is out there?
Diseases are still out there as well.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, let me. You finished, Tori?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to talk to Sister Anonymous. I'm not going to start jumping in here. That's one thing. At times we start jumping in about the guy or the other person. She wrote us this letter, and she's talking about some of the things that she's struggling with. And, you know, it's easy to be on the outside and throw daggers at someone when you're not emotionally tied. It's easy to say someone is a dummy. I'm looking at some of the comments, or stupid or whatever. But she's writing us because she feels that she's trapped. She says she's trapped. And a lot of times we get caught up in things, and sometimes we know it's not the best, but until we can get out of it and then look back at it and not be emotionally attached to it, then we can really see what it really is. So I'm going to address some of the things that you brought up, Sister Anonymous. First of all, I do agree with most everybody on the show tonight that if you was not comfortable, you shouldn't have done it, but you did. And the reason why you did it, because at the end of the day, you've probably felt, you know what, if I do this, maybe if I do it this one time, it'll spruce up things, and things, you know, make it better between me and him, and it's not something that will continue. Well, you see that you was wrong on that one. As it went on, it's 4 more. You said a total of 4 other females that has been invited into your bedroom. I have to agree with Victor on this one. That's now becomes on you. Unless he has forced somebody into your bedroom and forced you to do something which is illegal, that is rape and all kind of other isms there, then you open that door. Now, sister, let's be real. It's not easy. I understand you're emotionally trapped. I understand you, and plus you said you're not in love, but there's other things that you're tied to. I've been in a relationship where things was just not good at that particular time, and I knew it was time to go, but it was just tough because of the emotional attachment. But what you're going to have to do, either get counseling, but you're going to have to make that decision that this is not healthy for you, not healthy for your children. How do your children look at you? Even though you may hide the adult life from your children, still, as your children grow, they can see you not being happy. Your spirit, your soul is not happy. So I'm talking to you. Hell with him. I'm a man. I understand how some of us men think. I understand what Tori says. Again, a lot of folks are not Christians, or they don't follow the Bible all the time. So I never throw religion on folks because I don't know where you're at with that. But I will just say, for your sanity, sis, for your children, because you need to be in the right mind to deal with your children, as Veronica said, your husband or former husband, past husband, can still be a father to his children if he is going to be a proper father. It's time for you to get out of that marriage.
Yeah. It's definitely time to make some moves. And Michael, he has said that at the beginning too, marriage counseling could help. That's true. I feel like at this point that she's staying in the marriage for the wrong reason. She said.
What's the question, Veronica? What's the question?
Her question is, well, she just said any advice you give is appreciated.
Well, I told her what my advice
They've
is.
been married
Time to go.
15 years, but she's saying that it's impossible to move on without him. So evidently he's the breadwinner. He's doing everything that, you know.
It's not impossible. Nothing is possible. Because if he drops dead today, nothing's impossible. God forbid. Let me just put that in there because I'm not wishing death on nobody. If he dropped dead today, your life doesn't end. You have to go on because you have to live your life for yourself and you have to live your life for your children. All right, sis, a little tough love now. A little tough love. You can go on.
Amy says she should have brought a man in and see his response to that. Well, I'm going to say this, Amy, to that. Speaking with people, because like I said, this is a big deal. A lot of this goes on. And speaking to some people, the man don't want anyone else. He don't want another man to come in. He wanted to only be that female, which I think is hypocritical was the word, because if you want to allow a woman to come in, then I should be able to allow a man to come in if we both agree on it. But I'm quite sure that's what if she asked that question, I'm quite sure that he probably said no, only females are allowed, which is crazy. Go ahead, Victor.
You just turned my stomach when you said that, but
yeah, because we going down a road that is not even part of this conversation. Why
Hey,
would we
this
go
was a
this?
question. This was a comment, so I
Okay.
went along with the comment.
Okay.
Okay, this is how we do it on
Well,
the TV.
but-
we don't even know if she wants to bring a man in. But go ahead. But you never know.
Amy says she should have brought a man in to see if what his response would be. That's right. How would he like it if the table was turned? How would he like it if she invited a man instead of him keep inviting these women? Go ahead, Victor, because you keep rolling your eyes. What?
Neither situation is right.
Let's
right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no. First of all, neither situation is wrong because that's their marriage. Let's go ahead and put that on the table. Whatever they do in their marriage, as long as they both agree to it, there's no wrong. There's nothing wrong.
That's not how marriage operates.
Exactly.
Well, no, you can't say that, Tori. If they make their ground rules within their marriage that they agree to, that is their marriage. If they want to have an open marriage, that's their marriage, Tori. So you can't say that is not marriage. That when two people say I do and they decide they want to have an open marriage, your marriage may not be like that, but that's not. You can't sit there and say what's the boundary. Marriage doesn't have boundaries.
There ain't no
people agree to it.
Let me zip my lips.
No, Tori, speak, girl. I'm with you. I know what you're saying.
Well, see, Veronica, I want to focus on one little thing when she says that she can't leave. How can you not leave somebody? And then you said that, he's the breadwinner. It always reverts to money when it comes to y'all. Y'all always think y'all can't survive by yourself.
Good point.
And no. Did I not say that at the beginning? Did I not say that women, we need to stop acting like we need a man? Did I not say that?
Oh, yeah.
I get. Yeah, you did say that. But what I'm saying is when a woman sits there and says that she can't leave a man, the first thing all of us revert to is that he makes all the money.
Because pretty much that's 9 times out of 10. That's pretty much what it is. We're dependent on that man to take care of.
Then are you a wife or are you a slave? Are you slave?
Exactly.
Are you a slave to them? Come on.
Okay, so no, I'm not saying that she's a slave. I'm not saying that none of us is a slave. But
I'm just speaking in general. I'm just saying, are you a slave to the money? Or are you a slave to the situation because he can, you can't? That's what I'm saying. Why are your hands tied? And if you can at this moment, then you start to put things in place so you can.
Because a lot of women, and I'm speaking because I am a woman, a lot of women will sit there and depend on a man. Like they will go through hell just because they don't want to be alone. They don't.
And then you know what? Unfortunately, you suffer the consequences of that decision. Correct, Veronica? Correct? Because unfortunately, you're sitting there and taking that.
Definitely. And that's why I say women, we need to stand on our own 2 feet and act like we have the ability to take care of ourselves. Go ahead, Victor.
Well, Veronica, let me ask you this then. You and Tori, this is a personal question that I would love for either one of you to answer. How many women do you know that you think is only with the man that they with because of the amount of money he makes?
Good point.
You say how many?
You say how many that I know? Or
no, I shouldn't say how many because I shouldn't say how many. How about I ask you this? Are there any women that you know that you think they are with a man strictly because of his money?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. And I'm not.
The females that I know are not But I know there are some relationships that they are because of
That's
financial.
what we're talking about.
Because I
Tori.
actually,
He's not saying Victor's not saying your personal friends. He's just saying people that you know.
Oh, people in general.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've actually had a female friend of mine that introduced me to someone because he was well off, and she got mad at me because I wasn't interested because I'm different. I'm not about money and material things. Money and material things don't impress me. So she was like, well, he got this and he got that, and I'm not a materialistic person. So I wasn't interested. I don't care about the fancy cars and stuff. That's just not me. Exactly. But there are some that are in relationships because she was one of those that like that type of things, like the money, the cars, but that don't bother me. That don't faze me.
Let me ask you a question on that, because this is interesting, and Tori, and don't think I'm personally coming at you. I love you and Veronica, so it's not personal. I'm trying to get this point across because I'm thinking what some other people may be thinking. So I hear a lot of relationships have ups and downs because of financial issues, and because the man cannot be able to financially hold it down. So I understand that you said you're not caught up in the materialistic thing, but is it a curse, or is it a problem for a man to have money? And if he does that a turn off from you? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I don't want to see. I just want to see if that's like a turn off.
That's not my focus. Like, I'm going to talk to you because you got XYZ amount of money. I'm going to talk to you because you get a type of car. It's not it. Of course, we need money to pay bills, but what I'm saying is you don't focus on that. I know I don't. I can't speak for every woman. I don't focus on money. No.
There's a lot of women out there, and at least I can't say in the South, but here in a lot of women, and this is another thing that we say, and it sounds cliche-ish, but it's true. When welfare became something big, you had to say, and you just switched the words around. It was farewell to the black man or farewell to the man for the woman to receive welfare. And there's a lot of women that want to get that check. And when they have children, you know what? Hell with the baby daddy. You know what? I can go on the public assistance. And if he has a good job, I can get child support, and heck with it. I can do this. And that has become a cycle for some, not all. I would not paint all women. I would never say that. But there's a lot of women that do that and fall into this vicious cycle. So there are some gold diggers out there. There's no ifs, ands, and buts.
There are, and there are
gold diggers out there.
There are also some men that are gold diggers. Some men that are sitting around on their lazy butt, letting this woman go out and work 2 and 3 jobs while he's sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. So there's some sorry men out there as well.
Oh yeah, I know. We're not saying that there isn't at the end of the day, but it still comes down to what if you're not happy. And see, there's a couple of things. If you're not happy, but now you're doing things that is honestly making it worse, then why are you doing? Like Tori said, I don't want to repeat. I will repeat what you're saying. Your self-esteem is low. And that's another thing. Your self-esteem is low. For you to continue to open that door. I can see if you did it once, didn't like it, and said, nah, I'm not doing this again. Hell with it. But you did it 4 times, and now you pretend you sleep. You're not intimate, and you know that this man is going to be intimate. Either it's going to be he can go and do what he wants to do, and you stay in the marriage and stay home. That's the only advice. Either you leave or you stay, and you're not, and you just don't have sex life with him.
Well, what about love? How about for self-esteem? She got good self-esteem.
What about love? She's not in love. She said it. She's not in love.
I'm saying for that first time that he asked her, she said it in the she didn't want to do it, but she saw that he was how did she word it? He was slowly distancing himself from her. So she was trying to hold on to her marriage and trying to please this man by agreeing to invite this coworker in their bedroom. So that had to be love for her. I mean,
I don't know if it's love. It's just maybe
it had to be. And did it allow 4 different people?
I don't know if it's love. I just think it could be
I don't think
stupidity.
about it. I don't
Love,
think
it
it's
could be
love.
stupidity. It could be stupidity, Veronica. Why does it have to be love? It could just be out of. At the end of the day, I'm so trapped and backed against the wall. I don't know what to do. But at the end of the day, I still care for him. That I want to still make him happy in some way. But that doesn't mean it's love.
I don't know. It got to be.
It doesn't have to
I'm
be
not going to
love.
say it was
have to be love.
stupidity. I mean, it was
Some women will do things. I agree that, you know, when it comes to love, some women will do things that they wouldn't normally do.
exactly.
But then
Right.
sometimes you're gonna do something just to try to keep the marriage together, because a lot of
Right.
times you're gonna try to hold stuff together to put on a facade for people.
Right.
But me, like I said,
That's
me
it.
personally, if you'd have asked me, I would have flat out said no. If you would have left me, so be it. I just would have had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Veronica,
I
listen
don't
to what
know.
Tori said, Veronica.
Yeah.
She said that the facade, that when you say I do and you get married, some people believe in that and they don't want to fail at that, and they don't want other people outside to look at that their marriage is a failure. She may not be in love with him, but she don't want other people to look at her and her marriage as a failure. So it doesn't have to, it could be love, but it doesn't have to be love. That's all I'm
It
saying.
doesn't have to be, but I was just saying, are we forgetting about love? I mean, she had to be in love well, I was going to say she had to be in love.
Nah, no, I know, Vic. Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead, Vic.
She had to be
She
in
didn't
love
have to be in
to
love.
marry
Yeah.
him.
No.
Because
So
we
you don't think
we are not going to do this love and marriage thing, because marriage is a business. Let's stop with people don't get married. People get married.
Not all marriages are
you getting your marriage for business?
Son, don't
Are
say
you
all
getting your marriage for
So
love?
all I'm saying is, if we're going to get married and I love you, then half of my shit should not be up for grabs if it don't work. That's all I'm saying.
That's a good point, Vic. That's another
So,
thing.
but see, the thing, but wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I mean, she's saying she's basically saying that she's basically saying she's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But this is the thing, though. She already is saying that I ain't gonna say she's saying, we're assuming that she can't afford to be by herself. But to further go along with what she's saying, let's just go ahead and say this. If I love you and we're getting married, and if it don't work, you leave with what you got, I leave with what I got. Whatever we accumulated together, let's split in half. But for you to come over here and half my shit be up for grabs, like I said, I gotta make sure that you are responsible enough to make this shit work. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I'm a man, and I know that especially us men, it tends to go against us. But I'll be honest with you; those are the rules of the game. That's why some men that have, and some women that have second thoughts of getting married, or they do the prenup, because at the end of the day, they are not going to go through this and play those games, and then I got to lose half that you didn't even help build. That's why a lot of people are not getting married, like I said, or they doing the prenup.
I don't like y'all right now.
I know you don't, but that's the reality. You're not gonna come in here and think you come from rags to riches, and then you get hell no. That's when it becomes a business.
You know what, Veronica?
We're one. When we get married,
Veronica, let me explain something to you.
Okay.
We supposed to be one.
Let me explain something to you. When I was in the military, and anybody that was in the military tell you this, they got a thing called contract marriages. All right. When I get into the military, the first thing I want to do is find me somebody who I can get married to. And the reason I want to do that because I get more money and I get base housing. You looking at me like that, but I'm telling you, it really, ask anybody who was in the military, people get married for money. It has nothing to do with love. And I'm not saying
I disagree with that.
Back in the day, all I'm saying
I'm not going to say about the military, but I'm not going to say, Victor, that most people get married just because it's a business and it's not for love. I'm not going to sit there and say that. You can't sit there and say that.
I will say that because there is a very minute amount of women that will marry somebody under them. So if you're going to sit here and say that a woman with money going to marry outside of that money, I have to disagree with you on that. A lot of women tend to marry up, or they see something to in that man and he can be a strong earner. But I have yet to see a marriage where the man was just way down here. I said a marriage, not a relationship, a marriage where the man was way down here and she brought everything in. He just was doing whatever he was doing.
I want to hear from Veronica and Tori on that, because that's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point about marrying up versus marrying down. That's a very interesting point. And a man will marry up and down. So that's a very interesting point. So Veronica and Tori, I would like to hear answers on that.
I disagree with what Victor is saying, but like I said, I can only speak for Tori. I don't care about your money. Like I said, I don't care about your money. I don't care about what you're driving. What I care about, like y'all say, y'all don't believe in the love. I still believe in love. I still believe in the caring and the understanding. I still believe in that. And I'm gonna stand on that. That's just who I am. I'm not getting in a relationship or marriage if I don't love you. I'm sorry. I'm not getting in a relationship because of what you driving or how much money. I'm sorry, that's not me. I still believe in love.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tori. I'm just saying,
and I'm not getting them. And I'm not getting in a relationship because of a status put on a front. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Guys, Veronica.
So, hold on, Veronica. Tori, would you get in a relationship knowing that you're gonna be struggling harder than what? I'm not saying you're struggling now, but would you get in a relationship knowing you're gonna struggle harder with this man over here if you love him?
And we gonna struggle together. We gonna make it work. If I love him, I'm not gonna marry him because of his money. No. I don't care what you say, Victor. That's how I feel.
Veronica?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Tori on that. Yes, we all would love to be in a marriage or a relationship, but are we speaking marriage, Victor, or are we just speaking in general?
You're talking about marrying that women about.
Yeah, I'm talking about
most women don't marry down; they marry up. And I
feel like if you love this person, I'm going back to what I start off saying. No one wants to get into a marriage with someone who they feel is not going to take care of things that they're supposed to take care of. And in these days and times, most the men and the woman are pretty much level. Okay, a lot of households are doing 50-50. A lot of households are doing 80-20. I mean, it's hard times for a lot of people. So I feel what Tori is saying. It comes down to love. If you love this person enough to be with them, you love this person enough to Are you laughing, Tori?
I'm laughing at Victor comment. I ain't laughing at you.
I mean, I don't know how to explain that. When you love someone, it just overcomes everything. You don't want to be in a situation where you're struggling. No one wants that. But if you're in love with that person, what are you gonna do? Leave? You're gonna just say, "Oh, forget this."
When you love that person, you gonna do whatever's necessary to make it work.
Yeah. I just want to jump back in here. I listen to Victor. I listen to Tori, and I listen to Veronica, and I'm not going to get away from the old fashioned of what you ladies are saying about love and marriage and building as a unit, as a team. And that's the spirit. That's the spirit of what marriage is supposed to be about. Or what Victor's saying, there are some, I will never sit there and say that all people that get married, it is a business. It's a business from the perspective, once you get married, it becomes a business between your two because y'all are striving to achieve certain things and goals and accomplishments at the end of the day. But I am not going to say that love is thrown out of the equation, because love is honestly should dominate it at the end of the day. Exactly. It's a combination of love and business, but love is what it should be based on.
But here's the thing. So I feel. Oh, I'm sorry, Victor. I was just going to say, I feel like two people should complement each other. Like if I have vision and dreams and goals, he should push me into what I got going on, and we should complement each other. Like whatever, I'm going to support his vision and dreams, and I want him to support mine. Even if we have two different types of business or two different types of field, we complement each other and come together as one. Because when you do get married, you do become one, but you're supposed to complement each other, pour into each other, make each other better. But like I said, before you come together, you have to be whole all by yourself. You don't depend on a person to complete you because you're whole by yourself, but you are to complement one another.
Right.
But
Leading cause of divorce.
If I love you, why I got to marry you?
We married for love. It ain't about your money. Victor, I don't want your money.
Well, wait a minute now. I just said, if I love you, why do I have to marry you?
Because it's the biblical way.
Because Victor, Flory, you ain't gonna get none, bro. You ain't getting none.
Whatever.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you look at it now. Most women, you know, they want to get married, and as for a man, you know, you love that woman enough to accommodate, you know, her wishes. But I'm asking y'all if I love you, why do I have to marry you?
Okay, how long you expect for me to be in this relationship with you without you putting a ring on it? How long?
I mean, you're gonna be in a relationship. You're gonna be in a relationship forever if you love me. But why?
Oh, heck no, dude, because don't waste my time. Here I am, then put 12, 15 years in with you, and then you're going to creep off with somebody else. And I'm looking like, wait.
Well, I didn't gave this man 15 years of my life.
You're going to walk right into that one.
I didn't gave this man
but see, the ladies don't.
But here's the thing, though.
Listen, just hold up. That marriage, wait a minute. That man is going to, if that man or that woman still wants to doggone creep, they're gonna creep whether that ring is on or off. The only reason a lot of people that I know that won't creep is because half their shit is hanging up over their head and they don't want to lose it. So don't think for 1 second that everybody ain't cheating just because they love that other person.
Victor, you had a good question, and then you went another direction. You put out a good question, and I wanted to see Veronica answer that, which she was going in. What does love have to do with marriage? And that's what Veronica was trying to answer. You put a good question out there. That's a great question.
It has a lot to do with it.
Okay, and in what regards?
I'm saying,
but here's the thing: when I've seen relationships when you genuinely love somebody, that man or that woman is going to do things for that person without them even asking. It's just going to come natural, and the relationship is going to move organically.
My thing is just
that has nothing to do with marriage.
Just don't waste my time. First of all, let me say this right quick.
Love don't have nothing to do with marriage. Don't you
just a second. This right here just came over.
Yeah, go ahead. I just got it too. I just got the message too.
This is my radio thing right here.
I just got it too.
Prayers for Dr. Dre. He's suffered a brain aneurysm and he's in ICU right now. So prayers going out to Dr. Dre. Okay.
Whoa. That's interesting. You know, my daughter just brought that to me, and I don't know what caused this brain aneurysm, but we all do know that Dr. Dre and his wife was going through a bitter divorce. Right. And as we kind of, we go and we spin this into different topics here. One of the things to say to Miss Anonymous tonight is stress is a killer.
Darn right.
It's a killer. I can't let this one go without commenting on this. So to you, Miss Anonymous, not saying that you're going to have a brain aneurysm or saying that Dr. Dre brain aneurysm was caused by this, but stress is a mother and it causes a lot of illnesses and sickness. So take that. If you're not only happy, the stress level that comes with that, you got to look out for you. Yeah. And that's not only to you, Miss Anonymous, that's to everybody that's listening to the program.
And see, and that's all. That's the thing right there. That's another reason why I say that women, we got to stop depending on a man. You stop being in these bitter relationships and these bitter marriages, going through hell just because you want somebody there with you.
I think we got to start saying, Veronica, I just be correct, is that you shouldn't depend on another person, because if we agree or disagree with same-sex marriages, it's the same thing that those folks that are in those type of relationships. No one should be happy to the point it's causing that much stress and can cause sickness. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I was speaking to the ladies. Okay.
But there's ladies that deal with ladies.
Okay, but
right? See, that's like the whole man thing you want to beat up sometime.
It's not about beating up a man. I mean,
it's man and a woman. It's a man and a woman. There's people, there's women and women that getting married, and men getting married today. I don't agree. It's not my cup of tea.
I mean,
but that's the reality.
When I'm speaking to the people, they know I'm talking about.
I got it. I'm sorry.
But yes, if you want me to break it down like that, a woman-woman relationship, a woman-man relationship, a man-on-man relationship, a man and woman relationship. Don't be into something don't be someplace where you're not happy. Like stress kills. Stress makes you, just confused about everything. Like you start looking older than what you are. You start having all these health issues, and don't be in something where you're not happy. And, a lot of us have to realize that. And no one else can tell us when it's time to leave out of something that we're in, that we're not happy in. We have to make that own decision on our own. Don't care what your mama say, don't care what your daddy say, your brother, sister, whoever, your friends. You have to make that decision when it's time for you to leave. But stress is a killer. And once we realize that we have to consider our health, you know what I'm saying? We have to make the right decisions. You just don't stay in something where you're not happy. This person cheating, this person doing this person beating up on you, this person isn't showing you any love. Get out. And I know it's easier than said done. It goes back to what I just said. You have to make that decision at your right moment to do that.
Excellent.
But
excellent point, Veronica.
Let me ask you this. You and Tori this question, and the team, you can chime in too. We all seen Waiting to Exhale, right? We all seen that movie, right?
Yes.
So when Angela Bassett was in court and she said that she didn't want nothing, how many of y'all said she was stupid?
But you know what?
Be honest.
I think
that movie was in the 90s though.
She was looking at it as
stupid. It don't matter when it was.
No, I'm saying I probably called her stupid back then, but I'm a different person now.
But you know what?
You how many call? I probably called it stupid when it first came out. But looking at it now, I see that movie.
And you know why?
That movie now, I look at that movie different.
That's because you was young when that movie came out. You're older now. And you look at things different. That just go back to Tyler Perry movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where she went to court and she didn't want anything. She just wanted him to pay for her mom living at the the nursing home. She didn't want anything that he had. Only thing she wanted was her freedom. She just wanted to be free.
Yeah,
isn't that similar to what Tina Turner wanted? She just wanted her name.
Yeah.
Not everyone is after money. Not everyone want.
Yeah, because a lot of people want the happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness, and they've been through. Right, they've been through so much struggle that they don't want that pain. They don't want that. They don't want that pain no more.
Right.
That becomes pain.
You can't put a price tag on peace.
Exactly.
The hell you can't.
Not put a price tag on it.
Yes,
no, you cannot. No, you can't. You cannot put a price tag on.
Let me tell you how you put a price tag on peace. All right. If me and you married and I can't stand you, half my shit is worth my peace.
You said what?
That's what I'm saying. I said if me and you married and I can't stand you, half my shit is worth peace. That's all I'm saying.
See,
so
Victor,
peace
that's
does have a price.
Excuse me, that's your problem. That's why you're doing background checks and all this mess, because you worry about what someone is going to take from you.
Right. You worry about the wrong thing.
But Veronica, this is the thing. I'm not worried. let me say this. I'm not worried about anybody taking anything from me. But what I'm trying to do is a lot of brothers out here, just because she look nice and her hair done and all this, bro, you really need to get to know her. You need to know what is her intentions, what has she done. Just because you see this chick don't necessarily mean she's a good chick. Now, the woman that I'm with is A-okay in my book. I'm willing to risk everything that I have in order to show her that I'm willing to put all this shit that I got up for grabs if I fuck up. That's how I show my love. Is everything that I'm built, I'm willing to put this all on the line.
Well, you know, that can go both ways. When you just said about it doesn't matter how her hair look or how she dressed. Okay, that go the same way for a man. Because y'all definitely be fronting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's together.
We're not even gonna go there.
My line is together, baby.
Yeah, you be fronting, your hair be all cut nice, you be smelling nice, you dress nice, and then you ain't worth it. Ring the bell.
Only can hold that, but you can only.
I ain't ringing the bell on that one.
For so long.
I'll ring it for you there, guys.
Thank you.
But see, let's go back to this question. What does marriage and love have to do with each other?
That's what Tina Turner sung about.
Marriage and love go hand in hand to me.
Supposed to.
Yeah. They go hand in hand.
Don't say supposed to. Don't say
why
supposed to.
You're marrying someone and don't love them? That makes no sense to me.
No, why get married? I can love you, but I don't have to marry you.
Because, I mean, okay, from a biblical standpoint, that's why you get married. Because you want to do right in God's eyes. You're not supposed
God
to be.
Said, as long as you present yourself, all I got to do is present myself as man and woman in front of him. We ain't got to go to no court.
That's book Victor. That's book 1, verse 1 through 5. Victor.
Is that
Bible? Or you read it?
All I'm saying is I don't have to. Why do I have to go to court and sign these documents? And me and you married.
You're not married without the document.
Hold on.
You know what?
If you talk about biblical, if we talk about biblical,
right now that's true. That's church. That's church. Yeah, government is papers. Biblical, that's right. You're right.
I'm trying to get it.
See, that's the difference, man.
How else are you going to be married if you don't get it?
Oh, so wait a minute. So God's going to pull up my criminal record too now, right? And he already knows.
God sees everything. You don't have to pull up nothing. He sees it
all.
all.
If he sees everything, Veronica, I ain't got to sign no papers. All we got to do is go to church.
And it says that in the Bible.
That's it.
What? It says that in the Bible.
It says that. It says you want to go to the Old Testament, and I deal with the whole Bible. I don't deal with just the New Testament. Deal with the Old Testament and the New Testament, because as Jesus said, I didn't come to change the laws, but fulfill the laws. And Moses brought the laws, so I know the Bible too. And when it says when a man goes into her, that becomes his wife. But basically, when he is intimate with that person, that becomes his wife.
Y'all reading the Bible all backwards. Gotta be.
No, you want to talk biblical. No, you want to talk biblical. See, that's what I'm saying. You try. That's why I say a lot of times, and I know a lot of people disagree with me, but you like to apply things that were in yesteryear and apply it to today. How the world is today, and it's not like that. We pull out what we want to pull out the Bible and make it work in today's time, and that's not fair neither, and that's hypocritical. And I ain't scared to call it.
The Bible don't change. That's why you're not supposed to. That's why you're not supposed to.
The Bible don't say anything about getting married in front of some government. Jesus had problems with the government, didn't he? Didn't he have problems with the government?
Yeah, Pontius Pilate.
I need a pastor on this so they can break it.
And I'll be right with them. I'll stick my ground with them.
So,
but I think what you're saying is right when you are intimate with someone, because it is in the Bible. I can't remember
It is.
The female
yeah.
that every person you slept with, that's supposed to be your husband.
No, you don't supposed to live your life like a whore. You don't. It's not living your life like a whore. Living your life, if you are going to talk being biblical, you live your life in a righteous manner. And if you're going to live your life in a righteous manner, you're not going to be sleeping all around.
Okay, but sleep. Okay, take out around, sleeping all around. So if I'm sleeping with 1 or 2, 3 people, is that okay?
And how do you want me to say? Is it for me? I don't give a damn what you do. Is it if you want to look at it from the biblical point of view, it's not cool. But how do you want to look at this? How do you want to look at it?
I'm trying to make it in the pearly gates.
Then it's wrong.
Damn.
Oh, you can't say what's wrong now. We don't know what it takes to get in the pearly gates now. Let's back up for a second.
Yeah.
I need a pastor on here. Okay.
Wait a minute, Veronica. This. I think we can answer this question because I bet you Tori's steaming right now. She probably eggs on the top of her head.
Tori, you ain't steaming. Oh Lord. People already said Tori got the eye looks, boy.
All I'm saying is,
don't take it personal,
marriage,
girl. Don't take it personal.
In order for us to get married, I don't have to go to court. Why I got to go to court to get married? Let's go to the church. Let's be married, and that's it.
What do you mean? Let's go to the church. You have to have papers from the court in order to be registered as married.
In the state, under the state law.
Well, why I got to get registered?
Under state law.
Why I got to register? Why can't we just do it like the biblical times? There wasn't no courts and
because the state is separated. State and church is separate. Let's be real about it. Didn't you go to history class? The state and the church is separate.
Y'all but see, y'all not getting it. Y'all keep looking at it like we don't want to get married. All I'm saying is we can get married. We can love each other. We can do all this, but we ain't got to go to the damn court and put everything on paper and all this stuff. We can still wear the ring. You can still you can change your last name anytime you want to.
That's true.
Well, why you got to have that paperwork from the court when we just went to the church and did it biblically?
Because I need a paperwork just in case you want to screw up. I want the house.
See, I knew it.
Hey, there you go. I wish you would be honest about it.
Can I get a bail? I want a bail. I want 2 bails. And look at Tori, because you thinking the same thing Veronica just said, and she slipped up and messed up.
I'm glad Veronica answered that, because Veronica, you needed to answer that truthfully, because that's the truth. That's the truth.
I mean, seriously, yeah, I need it.
Say it. It's security. It's a blanket. It's a blank check of security. It is a blank check of security, because you said if he screws up, this is what I have, so that I don't. If I get pain, if there's pain, emotional pain, pray no physical pain, but if there's emotional pain, I want him to feel some kind of pain, even if it's financially, so that there is some type of retribution, since there is some type of retribution here. That's what it's about.
If it was a bad breakup, you're darn right.
It's about retribution.
I didn't waste 15 years of my life on you.
Got me preaching on here tonight.
Babble. Hell no, it ain't okay to have 2 or 3 people. Those damn disease spreaders. I am not trying to live in some Sodom and Gomorrah. You marry me and want someone else, the only papers you will need to worry about are divorce or death certificates. Gotta go to the courts, Vic, when she decides to take you for everything and send you back to your mammy house.
Well, see, first of all, I didn't come from the mammy house, and if we don't go to the court, then it is what it is. We just leave it at that.
What? Answer this. What minister, what pastor, what preacher, whatever you want to call, who gonna marry y'all without having court papers?
Whoever I decide to pay.
One.
No, that's not true. That's not true, because I've seen people have church weddings. I've seen people have church weddings before they go down to City Hall. I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that.
Well, I don't know what pastor that was because you supposed to show your pastors the paperwork before they do their thing.
Why? If
Because
it's biblical, why? If it's biblical, why?
Right. Because
no. We can get married biblically, and we might not be married lawfully. There's a big difference. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why would you want to be married not lawfully? You're a crook.
Wait a minute. We biblically. I'm not trying to go around anything. All I'm trying to prove is that y'all women have an alternate motive when it comes to marriage.
Excuse
y'all
me.
Do.
I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna choose my words carefully because I'm not gonna get sued. I'm not gonna get sued here. But there's a group of people, and it's not black folks. At least I know up north that get married in the temple, and they don't get married by state government, and then they go to public service and say, I have these children by this man, but he's not my husband, and they get benefits. So you talk about being a crook. There's people out here that are crooked, and there's a lot of people that do crooked things. It's not right. It's not right at the end of the day, But again, when you start mixing state and religion, you're always going to create a bunch of confusion. And it states that. And that's why it says in the Bible, and we're going to say between God and the devil, but it's the same thing. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve God in the Bible and then try to serve the state, because some states say two men can marry. And in the Bible, folks say you can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. It causes a lot of confusion.
So now y'all telling people that it's okay to go out there
and what?
And sleep around
we didn't say that. Nobody said that on here. Ain't nobody said that on here. We're talking about what people do, what people do. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your own morals. If you're a Christian, if you're Muslim, however you believe, or whatever, even if you're not religious, if you feel that marriage is an institution that you respect, and that's the direction you're going to go, then that's what you do. And that's how you live your life. You live your life accordingly. And if you are getting with somebody that's not going to move in that direction, then you pull out of that and you continue your journey on.
See, that's what you do. You don't waste my time. You waste my time. Don't waste my time.
Well, you shouldn't be there for 15 years. No. You shouldn't be there for 15 years then.
I'm in love.
Oh, well, hey, that ain't no love.
Wait a minute. Why we got to go to court to get married? Why can't we just go to your church and your preacher marry us and we go on about our business? Why we got to go to court?
I'm really angry with y'all tonight.
Talk, Tori, talk.
Go ahead, Tori.
Why we got to go to court?
You got some fans, Tori. I ain't gonna call no names. You have some fans. They say, "Where Tori been?" So they come on, girl.
Why we got to go to court
right now?
Why we can't go to church? You the church girl. Let's go to your church. Let's get married in front of your mama, everybody. They saying this Tory husband and all that. But we ain't got to go to the courthouse. We ain't even got to play with that.
This show we really spin off into other topics. I love this, baby.
See, I can't even focus. I'm trying to read comments. I'm trying to do this, because I probably would have got y'all off by now. Like, shut y'all down. And it'd just be me and Tori on here answering this anonymous.
Yeah,
put the comments up. Put the comments up. Let's go. Put the comments up.
Because y'all tripping. Like, so do y'all think it's okay for someone to invite?
I don't agree with you.
No. Do you think it's okay for someone to invite someone else in the bedroom? Like,
that's between them. That's between them. That's up to them. I can't tell nobody what to do in their home. If they want to invite.
Is it okay for you?
Me?
Yes.
That's up to me and my wife.
do I get married?
I'm not doing that. She's not going to tolerate that. And that's not going to be done. But I'm just saying, don't sit here. I can't sit here and tell you, Victor, you, Veronica, and you, Tori, how to live your life in a sense of your marriage. If you want to have an open marriage, if you want to invite somebody in your bedroom, if you want to bring a stripper in your bedroom, that's up to you. That's your personal business. That's your personal business. I didn't say that's up to you. Now, again, you are saying that I'm living my life to the Bible, then you're not going to do that. That's your decision. I'm not doing that. But there's some people who want to spice up their life. I've known swingers. I've known two people that were together and they were swingers. They went out to swinger bars and they switched mates. Hey, I don't live my life like that, but that's what they do.
Yeah, a lot of that is going on. It is.
And some of them are more happy. Some of them are more happy living their life like that than two people like this anonymous person trying to do it the way you say that the foundation says to do it. It's amazing. It's warped sometimes. That folks that live like that are more happy.
She didn't have 4 people in their marriage, and she's not happy.
She didn't want one. See, that's the problem. She didn't want that. If she wanted that, it's one thing. She didn't want that. So she was never happy with she didn't want that from the beginning.
I feel like that box ain't good enough for you.
I just think the times we're living in now, nobody want to live morally right.
That's
like everybody just want to do whatever.
It's too much out here.
We talking about morals now, really, Tori?
Yeah.
So you telling me people didn't do this back in the 40s and the 50s?
They did, but I'm just saying, it's just like everything is all over the place now. I just
right.
I mean, I hear you.
It's just like whatever now.
I think it's more in the open now. I think a lot of this stuff was going on and it was done in the dark. A lot of this stuff. Let me tell you something. All the people that creep down south that creeped it. I don't even want to go there. Don't say about now. Don't tell me about now that I can look back in the 30s and the 40s that people creep, and next thing they got a kid by their sisters, the sister of their wife. Come on, don't start talking to me. Don't go there with me with this about today. And did that back then.
That's not what I said. I ain't say it just started. I'm just saying people are just more open with it now, and just people just flat out don't care. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying
back in the day, they did that
for beginning of time. But what I'm just saying, people just don't care no more. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta have some type of respect about yourself.
Yeah.
And like
that's
said,
a good
people
point.
don't care about these soul ties and inviting on. I ain't got time. Listen, I can only speak for me. If I'm in a relationship and they want to bring somebody else, bye. I can figure it out on my own. Yeah. And if I got kids, whatever, we just figure it out. I'm not going to be bringing all these people in my bedroom. I'm not doing it.
Right. And that's what we say. We respect you, Tori, because that's what your decision is. This is you. This is your world. This is your temple. So that's your decision, and that's what you have to live your life by. That's correct.
Did you say the South?
I said the South.
Okay, but up north, y'all doing it too. It's just
Oh yeah. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Yes, I'm not going to sit there. I shouldn't have put the label on it. But I shouldn't have put a label on it. But the reason why I did put a label on it, because a lot of folks want to look at the up north is more of the party, in the South back then is being more sanctified. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Okay, because let's bring it. You go up north, you go to the party, you going to New York, but down in the South, you going down south, it's more sanctified. This, that, another. It's church on Sunday, and then it's
and got more hell in them than anybody, right?
That's why look at there, the dirty. That's what I call it down south, the dirty. That's why they call it the dirty.
But I want to go back to Eric. Eric, what was the thing about Adam and Eve? He
said, who married Adam and Eve? I see it.
But those are the original sinners, though.
But was Adam and Eve married? Godly, should I know that answer?
Those wasn't married. Those are the original sinners. They were never married. They were never married. There was, you knew that. Don't. That's not go there, please.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You said that's not the what?
I'm looking.
They're the well. First of all, they are the original sinners, and no, they were not married. They don't talk about marriage until you start talking about Moses.
Let me find out. You know.
Well, see, that's the thing. You can't sit here. You can't. I mean, you don't give nobody 100% of you. You know, we come on this show, we talk our trash, but we can't talk about every subject. How about that? If you go in the book of Genesis, about the second and the third chapter,
there's no account in the first few chapters of Genesis that mention a marriage ceremony between Adam and Eve. It is simply stated that Adam was the husband of Eve in Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. So it was concluded that they were married. All right.
What if I say y'all giving anonymous?
We gave anonymous. You know what you got to do. You got to leave. You're not happy.
No. First of all, can I go back to Victor? Victor, earlier when you made that statement about women saying we don't need a man, did you ever go back to that?
No, we didn't.
I'm telling you, my mind is all over the place because I'm trying to read comments. I'm trying to, focus on what y'all saying as well. But did you ever hit that?
All the thing I wanted to discuss is, why do y'all feel like, y'all don't need a man? We need y'all as much as y'all need us. When you start getting into independence, yes, I can function without a woman, but I still need a woman. At the end of the day, I still need a woman.
I'm not one of those women that say I don't need a man. What I want is a man that's going to respect me, who I am as a woman. What I need is a man that's going to love me. What I need is a man that's going to be understanding and comforting and is going to be loyal. Like I said, it's not all about the money. I do believe that we have to have a helpmeet. Nobody wants to be in this world by themselves.
Help.
Huh? Helpmate.
Help. Well, no. I'm not helping. No. We talking about need. Help. No, I'm not helping.
I want all of that. I don't
want
to.
What do you mean you're not helping?
In this world by myself.
What do you mean you're not helping, Victor?
We're talking about needing right now. See, and when you start talking about helping,
we don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need you.
Just make them babies by yourself. Go ahead. You don't need it. That's right. Make them babies by yourself. Procreate. Go ahead.
Open that can of pickles by your damn self.
They don't need us. No. Let's see if that little toy will generate a baby.
You know what?
They know what you're trying to say, Corey. They know what you're trying to say. They just trying to play slow.
No, I'm not trying to play slow. I hear what Tori's saying. What she's basically saying is, a woman don't need a man to survive and to be whole. She's correct. She's correct.
That's all I'm saying.
She can't be whole without a man.
Yeah, we know what you're saying. We got to pull the way Veronica goes at us. You got to get a little bit of this here tonight. Come on, Tori. But no, I understand. But you know what? The problem with that statement. It comes with negative connotations. What do Fatim mean? It comes with negative connotations. It basically says, I don't need a man. But when that statement is said, it says a lot more. Instead of saying, I don't need a man, like you said, Tori, to be whole, to be who I am, which you're correct. I don't need a man, especially when we hear, especially our sisters that say that, it says, I don't need a man, in the hell with you. And that is like kicking us men, especially good black men, good men, to the curb. And that right there, if sisters or women are going to take up for good men and say, you know what? I don't need a man. I don't need a man to make me whole in who I am, but I would appreciate and love a good man. If we hear more women and our sisters say that, then we'll be more supportive. But we don't hear that balance. We hear, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. That just drives us men to the point, you know what? Hell with y'all. And that's where we lose respect for one another. We got to get better with the communication.
And y'all don't down women.
I'm not saying, I say we got to get better with communication. I'm not saying we don't dog women, but you don't hear us men going around saying, I don't need a woman.
Yeah, because you got 3 or 4 on the side.
Okay, well, I'm not, look, see, that's what I'm saying. You're throwing that out there. Well, why do men have to, let's talk about it. Since you want to bring it up, why do men have 3 or 4 on the side?
Because you're greedy.
Hey, you want to have a cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't stutter.
Oh, just like, okay, say that the one at home, you're not getting this from the woman at home.
Mm-hmm.
So you go out there with your coworker because you're getting that from the coworker.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting this one from the person you're with. So you're going to go to church and you're going to get that little piece from that person. That's your second little piece on the side. Okay. Then you saw the girl on the corner.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. And, you know, I know Victor says a lot of things. I don't know if Victor going to agree with me. I know I'm going out there. I know the women, some women that's listening are probably going to throw something at the screen tonight. And I'm not making excuses, and I'm not going to use the Bible as a reason to say that that's the reason why. But at the end of the day, and I said this on this show before, and I'll say it again, men and women are not the same. We're not the same. We may be from the human family, but we're not the same. Men have been made, and it's in the Bible, to procreate. It's okay to talk about all these men and these great men in the Bible that had more than one wife, but and you could lift these men up as great men in the Bible. But then when it seems that men's nature may be that, because you can't sit there and say a man's nature is to be with one. Now, wait, let me finish. Every time we throw that out, then y'all want to throw out, well, what about us women being with more than one, with more than one man? If that's what y'all want to do, then do it. But at the end of the day, if that is our nature, don't come and tell us, because honestly, that's a man-made law about one woman, one man. That's a man-made law. That's not in the Bible.
Shut up, Victor. Oh, really? Oh, we're going there tonight. Oh, so it's okay to have more than one.
I'm just saying, you ask a question and you don't want to get to the bottom of it. At the end of the day, why does it seem that men tend to have that part of their nature? Some men, not all, but why does it seem that why does society tend to say, well, girl, you know a man is going to be a man?
Yeah, that ticks me off.
I understand that, but why don't we really sit down and have that conversation?
Well, let's have it. Why?
Without attitude. Let's do it without attitude.
Why?
This is tangy tea. Let's have a sip of tea and a smile.
I got an attitude, and I do got an attitude.
Let's see what some of the comments are saying out there.
Happy New Year, Pat.
Jesus. Amy said women are worse than men with the cheating. Yeah.
Ooh, what Amy said women are worse. And we talked about that. I said that before. Women are better. Not only, I don't want to sit here and say worse.
We're better at it.
I'll let Amy say that, but you're better at it.
Yeah.
You're better at it. And that's because us men with the ego.
Women say they don't need a man simply because of those toys.
Somebody said, a woman said monogamy isn't natural.
But reality, they do as well as we need them.
Get to that quote there, Veronica.
I don't see it.
Jessica, after Pat.
Jessica who?
Jessica Blankley. Monogamy
there
isn't.
There we go, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
Jessica, won't you come on?
Break that down for me.
Jessica, won't you come on the
Tori,
live, please?
Wait a minute, Veronica, Tori, Fatine. When it
Jessica
comes
need to come on the live.
you
Wait, hold on.
understand now,
I got to go back to
monogamy
my Santa booty.
Go ahead, Victor.
Oh Lord.
When it comes to monogamy now, that's a choice. That's a choice to be monogamous. Because like Fatine said, you still gonna look and you still gonna find other people attractive, but that's a choice for you not to act on that. So no, it's not natural. You think you only got eyes for one person?
I don't think she said that. She didn't say that.
Well, I'm just saying because y'all didn't agree with that, and Tori sitting here giving me the Superman laser beam eyes right now. But I'm just saying, you know, for you to sit here and say another man's not attractive and all this other stuff, y'all will be lying. That's a lie.
You're right.
So what I'm saying is, it's a choice. Monogamy is a choice. If your partner says, this is what, if I love you so much, I am willing to only be with you to make you happy, then that's what I'm willing to do. And that's pretty much what I was trying to get at, but y'all was throwing me up under the bus. All I said was, if you love me, we ain't got to go to the court. I love you. If you really want to go to the court, I love you enough to go to the court. I love you enough to be monogamous. I love you enough to give up all my shit, and I love you enough for whatever other crazy shit you come up with. But that's how I feel.
I don't believe it.
Tori, what's wrong?
I don't believe it.
What's wrong now?
Say it, Tori.
I just want to throw the phone at Victor.
I don't know. I want to get back to something Fatine said.
What did I do?
It was something about the men. I can't even think. I don't understand why you can't just be with one person. I don't understand that. I get it. I get it. There's more women.
You don't understand because you're not a man, and we're not the same, and we look at it. You're a man, I'm a woman, we're equal, and we're from the human family, but we're not made up the same. We're not made up the same. You have estrogen, I have testosterone. We built differently. We're built with our desires. We're hunters, you know. And when we look at the animal kingdom, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this. You look at the animal kingdom, yo, that lion that walk in there, yo, come talk. Let that woman come over there and start. Yeah, she'll chop a little bit, but he gonna be the king of that jungle. And he gonna do what he got to do. He gonna lay it down here and gonna take care of them cubs. And then he going over here, he gonna lay it down there and take care of them cubs and move on. And that's how it rolls. But with us, we get caught up with all the emotion and all this and that, and that's where it gets confusing.
Then don't play with my emotions.
Hey, I agree with that. Men stop. I agree with that. Stop. If you want to play the game, get with somebody that is your equal. Then
Exactly.
Stop playing games. If that's it, stop playing games.
Stop playing games.
Stop playing the games then.
Especially with somebody that's being faithful and you got a good woman and doing what they supposed to do and blah, blah, blah. Same vice versa. Women who cheating on their man, you got a good man.
But it could be, as we say, stop playing the games. It also could be a struggle, Veronica, because remember the makeup inside, it still could be a struggle and hard for that person to the point sometimes they fail that test. Both sides fail that test. Both sides. I was just doing something. Matter of fact, me and my wife was looking at it the other day, and I had a picture of this woman and three men, and it was the woman with her three husbands. It was polyandry. And this was in.
I don't believe in that either.
That's an African village, and it was a woman with more than one husband.
Hot mess.
That's your ancestors. That's where you come from.
Hot mess.
That's where we come from.
Oh
I
God,
don't believe
if God meant for me to have only one woman, why did He give us two nuts?
Lord have mercy. Lord.
I can't with the people.
You know what, Anthony? I'll give you a bell, bro. I'll give you a bell.
I can't.
Right out your inner animal.
You know what?
You see what some of the people now, you see how they starting to loosen up on here and they starting to put out how they really feel?
Oh well, Anthony and
Okay.
Eric always put out how they feel.
Okay, that's cool.
Anthony and Eric crazy.
Well, there was a female on here just now that come on now.
They don't.
If y'all see the comment,
Hey,
y'all see
Veronica.
the comment.
I got
Jessica.
a question, Veronica. Veronica, you
Yes.
said, what makes a good man? Because y'all keep referring to if somebody cheats, they're no longer good anymore. But what if they don't cheat? Then they're a good man? Because y'all keep referring to this cheating shit. So if somebody doesn't cheat, they automatically good no matter whatever.
No. Just because they don't cheat, don't mean they a good person. They can do other things. They could talk down to you.
Yep.
They could embarrass you. They could do a whole lot of things. Cheating is not the only bad thing the person can do.
So to answer Victor's question, what is a good man? You can't want something if you don't know what it is. You should be able to answer it. What is it?
That's true.
I can only speak for Tori.
Don't give out your secrets.
Right. We talked about this. That's why I was stirring.
Why not?
You see this, Victor? You see this old?
No. This is the thing. A lot of people, let me say this, a lot of people put out there what they're looking for. So don't you think there are people listening and they're going to pretend to be whatever you say that you're looking for? So that's why when you say what is it?
What is it? So you're saying that you can't comment general what is a good man? You think we can't generally say what a good woman is?
What I say, Veronica may not agree. What I consider good, Veronica may have a different opinion. If I comment, I can't make a generalized statement because I can't speak for all women. I can only speak for me.
That's why we ask you, both of you ladies, what do
I'm
you
not
consider?
I'm not telling. I will know.
Stick to it, Tori.
You ain't getting me to say Tori say nothing.
Because you know somebody on here working.
So since both of y'all walk that line with God, what if your pastor don't like the man you with? You gonna leave him?
My pastor ain't got nothing to do with what go on.
Wait, say that again. Don't have nothing to do with what? They're going in that room. Right. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, Pastor. But
nobody got nothing to do with what going on in your house.
Why would he make that decision? I mean, he may give advice. He may say, I don't think this guy is good for you, especially if it's somebody that.
Well, he shouldn't even be giving advice. He need to worry about his own.
I do believe whether it's people in your life or ministers or pastors, there are going to be people that are going to give you wise counsel.
That is
so
correct.
If you have people in your life that's going to give you wise counsel, I would say, I wouldn't say, I don't know. Some people, there's some people that'll see things that you may not see.
Yeah. Or they may see it. They may still see what you see. But like I said, you're caught up in the emotion because you're inside of it. And they will, like, Tori, you're a friend of mine, and I wouldn't want to get into your business. But if I saw you hurting and I, one day I got a chance to pull you to the side, I would, have a conversation with you because I care about you. At the end of the day, I won't tell you what to do, but I would try to find out what's bothering you and see that if it's something that you may need to make a change in your life, get you to see if you see that, then hey, then you need to make that change.
Right.
Answer the question.
Wait, Victor, wait a minute. I can tell you this: a good man is hard to find. I've been stopped looking. Eric says, cheating ass pastor going to give marriage advice.
I didn't say that. We didn't say that, Pastor.
Tori, you still ain't answered the question. If your pastor said, leave this man alone, would you leave him alone?
He asked you.
Okay, you asking me specifically. I can't say. It all depends because, like I said, if I have people in my life that's gonna give me wise counsel, I'm not just gonna leave because somebody tell me not to, but I'm gonna take in consideration what they're telling me. Because like I said, sometimes people can see what you're not seeing.
That's correct.
Right.
So I do believe.
So you allow other people in your relationship. So
no, I won't, Eric. I see Eric talking about yes. Hush, Eric. No, I would like I said, sometimes you will see, like for me, I think we had this on some shows back where, like, if you see a situation and you determine, this is a show back where, like, if you see something, and I'm like this, sometimes if you see something that's gonna hurt a person, I feel like you should tell them. So when it comes to the pastor saying something, they got wise counsel, I wouldn't say I will immediately just say, no, I'm not going to, we can have to have some type of counseling or something, but I'm just not going to just go on.
What makes him wise?
But there are people and pastors that I'll respect if they tell me something. They're not just going to be telling me something just to tell me. I will respect what they have to say.
Why they wise though? Tell me why they wise. Because of the position that they in?
No, no. Spiritually, I'm a spiritual person.
Well, you're gonna talk to me today.
Huh? Spiritually, I would know.
I say you go. Oh, okay.
What's the pastor's intent?
Basically, you telling me is that somebody else can have influence in the relationship that you in.
I will listen. I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna immediately, like I said, I'm not gonna do exactly what they tell me to do, but I will listen.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But so what's the purpose? Or what's the purpose of marriage counseling? So what's the so because what Victor is saying, I'm listening to Victor, and then I roll it down the road a little bit, and we talk about, well, if you're having some ups and downs, you know what, maybe you'll need to go to counseling. And when you go to counseling, that's somebody, you're bringing them into your marriage to give you some advice that hopefully it will kind of put you and your significant other, your husband, your wife, back on track. But that it does mean that somebody else is, but that means you're allowing someone else in that you feel has the wisdom through experience, some, to at least try to help you. Now, like Victor says, what are those credentials at the end of the day?
There are some now, just like people, I'm looking at the comments. There are some ministers that are not called. There's some that call themselves, but I do believe the ones that are genuinely called, you would actually know. You would know if someone being genuine. I know I could tell when somebody's being genuine. I can tell.
But can somebody? Let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw this to Victor because I've been throwing this to the women. I'm gonna throw this to you, Victor. Can someone give you advice, good advice, that is not always living a righteous life?
Yes. I think the person that's living the unrighteous life can give me the best advice in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that way. I have people that I surround myself with who may or may not be doing real good, but they have also told me, man, you don't want to do this because look at me. You don't want to do this because this is what happened to me. So for me to take advice for everybody who's up here, well, let me back up. Everybody who appears to be up here, I'd be damn stupid not to look at somebody who was just a little bit less fortunate than me. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I don't do is I don't try to give nobody more power than I give myself. So I'm not going to sit here and somebody was to come on here and, that's just like these letters. We only getting one side of the situation. And I love the fact that Fatim kept emphasizing on a couple letters ago. Let's see it from the other person's point of view. See, a lot of y'all women got a tendency of doing this a lot. When y'all going to church and y'all telling y'all pastor this. So this guy coming in into the relationship, going to the relationship counseling already thinking that whatever it is, because y'all already told him.
Bump your brakes, Victor. Not all women. Now, let me say this. I am very private. I'm very private. Not all women. And like for me, if somebody comes and if they feel comfortable telling me about something that they're going through, I'm more of the person. I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna tell somebody what they gotta do, what they need to do.
Right.
They have to figure out what they need to do on their own. I'm not just gonna say, you need to do this. I'm not one of those women. No, I'm a listener. I'm not quick to tell them what to do because I'm not in that situation. So I can't tell them what to do if I ain't in that situation.
That's why I say you can't tell someone what to do in their situation because it's going to be up to that person to know when to leave that situation.
Yeah,
they are the only one that can make that decision.
Yeah,
and it's nothing worse than to tell someone your business. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm and then this person get mad at your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Then you turn around, you stay with them. Now this person looking crazy. I didn't get into it with this person because she said
But who they looking crazy to? You're not looking crazy if you in a relationship. How you looking crazy? See, the problem is that people so worried about what other people outside of the relationship is thinking. If that man cheat on you and you still love that man with everything in you, damn what everybody else is saying, you need to go ahead and stay there and make that shit work. Now, I'm not doing no crazy shit like that. But I'm just saying, you got some people out there that needs to start worrying about other people's outside influences, how people look at the relationship.
That's true. And that's what we get caught up, worrying about the outside people, worrying about what they're going to say, what they're going to think, oh Lord, they over there talking about me, or the church folk, what they're going to, you're right about that. We have got to stop caring what people think and say.
You're right, Veronica. So with that being said, there's no point of going to the courthouse because you thinking that people are.
Here we go.
I have to say this,
You know what?
I was sitting over here a little quiet for a moment. When I do that, that means I'm wanting to ponder and to say something. But that's why I said you got to be very careful of who you talk to and who you trust out there, because when you give something to somebody, you don't know how they may perceive it. That what you're giving them. I give you an example. Me and my wife have been together for 30 plus years. Right now. Yeah, and right now, the sea's a little rough here. We have our little moments now, but I'll sit here and tell you, no matter what we may be going through, this has been a woman that's been in my corner. She's been that good woman. There's no ifs and buts about it. She's been a great mother. She's raised our two daughters. She defended. I call them my cubs. They're grown women now. She backed me on all of the things that I went out there and I had to do. I was running the road with Reverend Sharpton, fighting for other people. She had my back. So at the end of the day, sometimes you hit a rough patch, but you don't forget, especially when you have that gem that has made you who you are. I don't forget that. Sometimes those things happen in life, but that's what sometimes it sees what you're made of at the end of the day. Sometimes you hit that patch, and sometimes that patch may bring you this way, but sometimes that patch may bring you this way. But at the end of the day, I can never throw no kind of water on my wife for the strong woman that she's been, and not only to back me and our babies, but to battle sickle cell disease in and out of hospitals, aneurysms herself, and to still to be able to stand strong. I applaud that woman. I give my wife that bell, no matter where our seas may be right now.
Anipa!
And I say that now. You understand?
Yeah.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got to uplift.
Stop worrying about the relationship and just live. That's what we all need to be doing, is just living, and stop stressing and worrying about things, especially that we have no control over. You know,
Yeah.
we've got to stop.
You got to start to see what's important in your life, and but you can't let something be an anchor. And if it's an anchor, or if it's not healthy for you, as we get, and I guess soon to wind down. If it's an anchor and it's weighing you down and it's not healthy, it's not worth it. Then it's hard to get out of it. But since I got out of my first marriage, and it was hard, but I'll tell you this. I'm cool with my first wife now. I respect her. Matter of fact, today's her birthday, and no card, no happy birthday,
Oh,
Victor.
shit.
No, none of that. No, none of that.
No.
No, at all. But at the end of the day,
shit.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it shows that you could move on. And if I didn't move on, then I wouldn't have met the star that I have now. So at the end of the day, to Miss Anonymous, look, there's somebody out there that's going to treat you the way you want to be treated, and vice versa. So go ahead.
After I didn't waste my 15 years, yeah.
What you gonna do about it? Those 15 years? If she wasted 15 years, I don't think she wasted 15.
15. Taking him to court with them papers that he signed when we got married.
This was
15 years of my life. Shoot. No, I'm sick of it.
But you weren't the only one in the relationship, Veronica.
Yeah.
Tori,
Tori, I want to say something to you tonight.
Oh Lord, what is doing?
Yeah. So you said something tonight that the way we are in this world, my food for thought tonight is I know that 1918 we went through the Spanish flu. I don't know what we're going through now. I don't, there's COVID, and now we got another strain coming out of Africa. I don't know where we at now, but to me, if we want to look from a biblical or a religious point of view, it may be a message from God to say, folks, y'all better start living your lives right. And that's all I'm gonna say.
I agree.
You know what I thought you was getting ready to say?
What?
Tori better get out there and get her some. I thought you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't play with it. No, I didn't play this one because this one is serious, man. I just found out somebody that was younger than me, stronger than me, is gone because of COVID, and this thing is rough out here. And I just think that we need to get whatever we're going through. We need to look what's really important in life now, because if we still living our life in a nonsensical way, in a sense of foolishness, I'm telling you, don't call on God when it's too late, because the message is here right now.
Oh, coming from the man that said it's okay, and look at the devil over here.
Oh my
Wait
goodness!
I had COVID. Had COVID, so y'all tripping to start with. I don't know why everybody putting all this on me. I say what people really want to say. That's what I say.
Yeah. Victor, you got you, and that's the beauty.
Actually, both of y'all was saying it's okay to sleep with 2 or 3 people.
We didn't say it was okay.
No.
We didn't say it was
no.
sanction it. We just said that we need to have a conversation about that, and why do men do these things?
Because y'all are a little slow. Y'all do know that, right?
Yeah, we all on that little school bus. Okay.
Y'all don't have self-control.
Veronica.
Maybe y'all had the testosterone and what we had. Maybe y'all would think a little differently. Maybe.
Yeah, we do think a little different.
Yeah. Let's just be real here. This woman said she let the woman in the bedroom. That was the initial problem. She allowed that to happen. That's it. It's not
That's
on
it.
him.
No,
matter
what
if
is
I
it?
bring,
If you
if I
had the
go,
audacity, you had the
Go ahead.
audacity to ask me. First of all, you should. Why would you ask
then
your
you should
wife
have said
somebody in
no.
the bedroom?
Then
What?
say no. Say
You
no.
shouldn't have asked. You shouldn't have asked. Why ask?
Regardless if I asked
That's
or not,
disrespectful.
then apparently the conversation must have come up, or you have presented yourself like that. Ain't no man gonna just go in there and ask his conservative wife to bring another
Lies.
doggone woman into the bedroom. Well, I ain't that damn stupid to start with, so I don't know nobody who gonna do no dumb shit like that. But you
Let me
already
ask
know
you.
for him to do that, he already knew who he was with. He knew who he was with. He knew exactly who he was with. He could have easily just cheated, and he didn't do that. He went to
Oh, he
his
probably
wife because
was.
he knew what she would say, and now her ass can't deal with it.
You know what? I'm gonna do what we did last week. If that brother is out there, let him write in. Let's hear what his side of the story is. See if we get a letter for there. To see if
I
we got to
don't want
come
to
on
hear his side
Thursday
of the
night.
story. I don't want to hear his side of the story. First of all, you
Yeah,
don't.
I would like to hear his side of the story because you want to know what men, what drives these kind of men. You need to have a conversation with these men. You got that's the only way you're going to find out, unless you don't really want to find out.
I don't care to hear from him.
Oh, I would like.
Veronica, stop censoring now. You in radio, don't censor. You censoring now.
I would like to hear from the brother. Because at the end of the day, they just like Miss Anonymous, there's somebody else out there that had something introduced like that to their bedroom, and they're enjoying it.
Okay,
They are
first of
enjoying
all,
it.
let's be real here. Your
No.
the first person that you're going to invite into the bedroom is your coworker. That's because you and that coworker
Yeah, that's
was already hitting it off.
Probably so. Yeah.
yeah.
That
So now
was
you
the
want
first.
to come to me
Yeah.
and say
That was
that
this. Go ahead. I'm gonna say what I gotta say after that.
you
I
want to
agree
come to
with
me and say that you want to invite someone into our bedroom, your coworker. Okay, you might well go ahead and tell me, yeah, I've been sleeping with her, and I was just wondering if you mind a threesome. You know, you already been sleeping with this woman.
Okay.
Well,
So what I would have
but it
done
don't
is I would
matter
have gave
because
my
you went
wife.
to
I
see
would have
both
gave.
of
Let
them
me
anyway.
just say this, Victor. I would have gave Veronica. I would have gave her the power. If she was going to agree to it, I would have told her, "Why don't you pick the person? Let her pick the person." You
Oh,
understand what I'm saying?
that
Let
makes it
her
better.
pick the person.
And you know what I would have picked? A man. Bunk over.
No, see. That's why,
How
brother,
about that?
write the show, brother. Give out that email address so he can write the show because I would like to really hear what he got to
Hey,
say.
hey, to the fella that write the show, please write to keepingthefaith@gmail.
You know
Right
what?
to
It's
keeping the faith.
amazing. It's amazing right now. If we did a survey on this, if we did a survey with the folks that are watching this show right now, and
Oh my God.
if there was a man and a wife, and they were a married couple, married by the church and by the state, and they had there was another person in that relationship and they were happy. You know how many people on here would not approve of that? And those three people are happy. If they came on here and say, we're happy, we enjoy one another, and we thrive with one another. You know how many people still would be jealous or that ain't me. But if they're happy, it's them. They're not trying to put that on you. They're telling you to be happy with whatever you do.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was following this guy on Instagram, but I stopped following him after I found out he had 5 wives.
He's trying to get you
You
number
talking about the
6.
brother dude, the brother,
I was like, what kind of
brother
foolishness
something
is
from New
this?
York?
They all be so happy together. Like it's crazy when you see them. It's like one big happy family. I'm like,
Well, did y'all see the one where the
I
guy had the
share
5
it.
wives, the 5 girls, not wives, girlfriends pregnant at the same time? Didn't
No,
Oh, the dude
but I
in
ain't trying to.
Nigeria.
Yeah, right from Nigeria. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm not trying to share mine.
But what's wrong? But see, that's the thing, though.
But if that's you,
y'all just
but if
we just,
somebody
y'all,
else,
yeah, that's you.
that's you. But if somebody else is out there, they're happy. Why are you knocking them?
I'm not knocking no one. I said at the beginning, to each his own. If you like that kind of stuff, if you get down like that, that's your business.
Good.
I know who don't get down like that.
I don't.
I might try it.
But hey, P,
You said,
P,
yes, sir.
I just kidding. You know, I'm lying.
let's pose this question now.
Yes, sir.
All these women sitting up in here saying what they will and they won't do. But if the
Mhm.
right man come along with enough money, guess what they'll do? They'll do that shit.
They drop it like it's hot.
Why always gotta come back to money to you?
Drop it like it's hot.
Listen, just
Because
'cause you
that's
know-
all y'all talk about is money.
No, we don't.
Gotta get
No,
their
we
hair.
don't.
Gotta get their hair done. Gotta get them nails done.
So you're saying if
I
that
don't make
man
that
make
kind
a lot of
money.
wait, so you're saying if that man make a lot of money, then we will agree to have a threesome? Lies you tell.
Yeah, of course you will.
Everybody got a price, Veronica. If somebody offered you a certain amount of money to be in that three, I mean, there was a movie made out of that. There was an indecent proposal. There was a movie made out of there in the sense of offering this man to sleep with his wife.
Yeah.
And there was a movie made out of that. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price.
But see,
Everybody has a price. Everybody got a price.
But that's the problem.
Sure,
See, when you get caught
if you want to.
when you get caught up in these little entanglements or whatever you want to call it, these little
Situationships.
That's the problem. Because if that happened, if I was put in that situation where we invite someone into the bedroom, okay, well, if this brother got it going on, he smell good, I mean, the body is nice, like he rubbed me the right way, and he talked to me the right way, he kissed me the right way. Now I'm looking at my
Tori
man
a little bit. Tori, you all right over there?
I'm looking at my man like, well, when are we going to invite him back? No, why would you even put yourself in that situation?
See,
Because
you know, men
men
not gonna do. Men are
we're
not
talking
gonna do
about
that.
sex.
Whoa, wait a
We're
minute.
just
I
talking
forgot.
about sex. We're
I
not
forgot.
talking about love. We're just talking
I
about
forgot.
sex.
I forgot. Thank you. I forgot that you guys can do that. Y'all can sleep with someone and not have feelings for them. My bad.
We can do that.
We're talking about sex. We're not talking about love.
Well, it goes back to we can't just lay down with someone and not have feelings for them.
It's just sex. Stop. It's just sex.
It's exhibitions. For some people, it's exhibition. Some it's getting stress off of them, and that's all to it. It ain't always about love.
Why we keep mixing the two?
Yeah, it's not always about love.
Stop.
Y'all need Jesus. So you can just lay down with someone.
I think there needs to be some kind of attractiveness there, but they don't have to be nothing to deal with love. No.
No, y'all just said it was only sex. So it doesn't matter if she look like a cow.
Why we keep mixing the two? Why we mixing the two? Let's stop doing that.
I'm just saying, it makes no sense.
What? Having sex? Shit. Oh, I don't even know. You lost your mind.
I'm saying, sleeping with.
You about to lose your job. Next, you about to lose your job, girl.
Oh gosh, they think sex is making love. No,
Exactly.
No, because if you make a love, that's a problem. That's a problem because there got to be some kind of connection there. And y'all probably
say, wait a minute, Veronica. What about all the people having sex with themselves?
What? What was the question?
What about all the people having sex with themselves?
What does that even mean? They love themselves, right? Hello.
She tried to answer that. She really answered that. You really answered that one. They love themselves. Wow. Wow. She answered it. Wow. They love themselves.
I cannot stand. Okay, y'all make me sick.
I'm just.
We think about that, Tori.
Women want to make love, even if it ain't real. That's the problem. It's just sex.
See how men think, and women. That's what I'm trying to say. We're different. We're different. We're different.
What you asking me, Victor?
Tori, maybe we should start thinking like that. It's only sex.
There you go.
I don't think like that.
I might have more fun.
What you ask me to? What do I think about what? The just be that you're with yourself. That's what you asking me?
Well, no, I'm not trying to get too. No.
What do I think about what?
Get too damn person. Wow, is there?
This is. I gotta say, I love this team. This team is. Hey, I gotta tell. Hey, look, this is it. I love this team.
Go ahead, Victor.
Y'all made me mad tonight.
I know.
Can we distinguish the two?
Yeah.
What?
Can we distinguish the two?
Yeah, that's true. There's a big difference.
Between what?
Thank you.
I'm lost. Huh?
Between love and sex, there's a difference.
Oh yeah,
Somebody got that.
So stop confusing the two.
No, what I'm saying is that we just can't lay down with someone and not have.
Yes, you can.
Veronica, here's the thing. You and I can't, but there are some women that can.
Yeah, there are some women. There's a lot of women that can.
Yeah, there's some some women that can.
So y'all
what I'm saying, well, let me say this. No, let me say this. Let me say this for Tori.
Oh,
Younger days.
Tori is just not going to sleep with somebody. I'm not going to.
Tori in 2021. What about Tori in 1991?
1991. What grade I was in? 1991. I think I was in the ninth. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I wasn't either, Daddy.
Shh.
You say that daddy kind of that could have rolled out kind of quick there, girl. Whoa. Wait a minute. You rolled that daddy out there kind of that rolled out there kind of cool.
Oh my goodness.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because you know what, y'all don't want to share your feelings, but I'm telling you, men catch more feelings during sex than they care to admit, and that's exactly right.
But we know how to control them, Veronica. That's the main.
Not all the time.
No, sometimes we are open. Sometimes we open, and our nose is open. You could drive 2 tractor trailers through. Yeah, that is true. Sometimes you get in there and they lay it on you, and next thing you know, you are open, flowers, candy, and the keys to the house. That is true.
But that's sex. But that's sex.
And keys to the house.
Sex.
That's right.
That's not love. That's not love. That is not love. Love.
Well, but
has
you
nothing
can't.
to do with sex. Hold on. Love has nothing to do with sex. Love is when you sick, I will risk my personal health to go in that room and make sure that you straight. Bring you something to eat, no mask on, all that shit. That's love. Love is to make sure that you eat. Make sure that you get a good night's rest, to make sure that you have all your essentials that you have before I make sure I got everything that I need. That's love. That has nothing to do with sex. Sex is just a part of a relationship, but that has nothing to do with love.
Shouldn't you love somebody before you lay down with them?
But that, no. Listen, let me tell you something. When we're talking about love, the reason I say I want to distinguish love and sex is because I can love someone and never have sex with them. I love my mother unconditionally, but I'll never have sex with her. So
Victor, did you say your mother?
He says, well, that's a different type of love, Victor.
Right.
Different type of love.
No, that's a better example.
I hear what you're saying, Victor, but no, I think that if you love somebody and at the end of the day, love and the act of the performance, that's my oldest daughter, so she grown. At the end of the day, when you are being intimate with that person, it could be an expression of how you feel for them. You can't just say that.
That's what I'm saying. Love and
right.
sex is different. Love and sex has nothing to do with each other. When I love you, I will risk my life for you. If I'm having sex with you, I'm just having sex with you.
Okay, but that don't mean. Wait. Listen to my question. You said that I would risk my life to go in that room, no mask, no nothing, to bring you something to eat. But that's love. But let's just say that's your wife that you become intimate with. Is that when you being intimate with her? Are you making love or are you having sex with her? What is that to you?
Having sex.
See, that's the difference. His definition is different, ladies. That's what I'm seeing. His definition, he is separating the act versus the feeling. That's what you're doing, Victor. You're separating the act versus a feeling.
So
that's what you're doing.
You ladies understand this. A man can make you have an orgasm without ever touching you by the amount of love that he has for you. And there are people that has happened to. That's
Veronica was like, she's trying to imagine that one. She's trying to imagine that because that ain't done happened yet.
But understand,
Veronica, none of that telekinesis stuff has happened yet, right?
but see, that's my biggest hang up that a lot of women I see have. Y'all can't distinguish the two. When it comes to love is actions.
Yeah.
But being intimate can be action too.
Exactly.
You can't do that, Victor.
Listen, I can show you. Somebody can say, you know what, that man right there, love that woman right there. But yeah, you can see somebody having sex. But that you have to prove love. You really don't have to prove sex. There's no question about two people having sex. But you can see that two people make two people in love.
If it's just sex and it doesn't mean anything, then let your wife have sex with someone besides you.
But see, this is the thing, though. I can't when you start talking about shit like that. I can't stop her from doing that.
But this is what the women. This is what the women are looking at, Victor. And I gotta side with the women on this. But I understand what you're saying. But the women are looking at it like this. When it comes to having sex, the intimacy has to do with merging your physical needs and body parts with the other partner, whereas love making is more about connecting your minds and souls through the act of sexual intercourse. That's the difference how they're looking at that. That's why you both are. I understand honestly, but what you both are saying, but I have to agree with this meaning here. I have to.
Veronica, who can stop you from
what I just read?
Who can what?
Veronica, who can stop you from having sex? Not a damn soul but you. So that's what I'm saying. Was if whoever sent that comment, they said if she wants to have sex with somebody, let her. I ain't got no control over that shit. Whatever the fuck she do is what she do. But I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it to happen.
Who would? But see, that's what the thing that comes along with the monogamy and all this other shit. You know why I wouldn't want her to have sex with somebody else? Is to prevent somebody else from finding out. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Let me just say this. I just want to jump in, Veronica. Voodoo Child says these are soft answers. Voodoo Child, elaborate on that. What do you mean? Are you talking about the comments out there, or are you talking about what we're talking about? What
you
and Victor talking about? Soft answer.
She said, "What your wife?
I can't stop.
What your wife? What your wife is? What your wife's number? Let me ask her. Ask her what?
Ask her what?
Yeah. What do you
going there?
Yeah. What? Ask her what? What do you want to ask her?
Oh. Oh, y'all get scared.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted on here. Just don't get.
Yeah, y'all say it's okay.
I want to see. Hey, I just want to see what you're talking about here.
But see, let's.
I can't with these comments. I can't.
Said, okay. Oh, snap! This just got lit.
I don't see anything.
I can't. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Hey, I'm sleepy.
For love or sex?
Oh, I ain't sleepy, but it's scary to get lit. Let's all. Y'all crazy. You know that?
Because my computer battery was going dead, so I couldn't keep up. But let me go ahead and enter that chat room so I can see what the hell y'all talking about.
They ain't come back. They ain't come back yet. So
well, it's getting late, and I said that this was not going to be over an hour tonight. That's what I told myself, and here it is, 2 hours.
The tea over an hour
with us. Shoot.
You must be thought this was keeping the faith.
Shout out to Tori. You know what? I can't with y'all. But you know what? Let's give Miss Anonymous our final thoughts on this letter. She wants to know any advice you can give is appreciated. I started off, so I'll let one of you guys go first.
I said mine already, girl.
I was just saying that she should not have. If she felt uncomfortable, she should have just said no. And then even though she didn't, when she did the first time, why would you keep doing it if you're not comfortable?
Right.
Like I said, first of all, you should say no, but then you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I think deep down inside, I think every woman have a little.
What?
Little freak in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but that would have been the first time, Veronica. That would have been the first time. 4 other times or 3 or whatever. How many times it was a total?
Because 4. She liked the first time.
Yeah. Well, bottom line is she's not happy with it now, and you know and she's not happy with it. It's gone on too much, and it doesn't look like he's going to change. You're not happy. And you don't want to, you're faking, sleep and all kind of stuff like that. That's kids' games. You're a grown damn person, and you on if you're not happy. So it's either one or two choices: you stay and be miserable, or leave and move on, and that's all to it.
Right, Victor.
All I'm gonna say is she is the cause of all this in her relationship. You made the bed, lay in it.
No, whatever.
She allowed it. Don't start again. We'll be good. We'll be here another hour.
Anywho,
Veronica, I have to agree with them.
Yeah, I mean,
even though, like you said, he asked, she should have declined.
Yeah, but she wanted her man.
I don't care about that. If it's something that you're not comfortable with, don't do it.
Right. But it goes back to, I think every woman has a little. I'm just saying.
Eric off the chain. Eric, who was it? Eric Ishmael.
So I just want to tell Miss Anonymous, yes, you all are right. She shouldn't agree with it the first time. She shouldn't agree with it. But I understand when you're trying to make someone happy because she saw that he was distancing. She saw that her husband was distancing himself from her. So she tried to draw him back and try to make him happy. So I think that was why she agreed to that. But you have to be careful how you try to make someone happy. Some things you just don't need to do because it causes bigger issues, which, okay, you all was having issues some kind of issues for him wanting to invite others into your bedroom. By you accepting that, you open up the can of worms. You open that door for him to be like, okay, well, she's with this, so now I can invite my coworker. Now I can. That's how I got to 4 people being in your bed, because you allow that first time. It doesn't matter if he wanted it. Look at your body as a woman, and you let someone violate your body because you didn't want to do it, but because you was trying to make him happy, you went ahead with it. Husband or not, if you wasn't down with that, you shouldn't have done it from the start. So yes, in a way, I do agree with all of you, but I'm not gonna put all the blame on her, because I feel like he shouldn't have never asked his wife that. If they had already had this conversation and she told him that she was not interested in doing that, he shouldn't have never come back to her and ask her again. You know your wife was not comfortable with that. So why would you bring that back to her again? Because you already know what you was doing on the side. You was already having this relationship, as Marvin say, a husband and wife, work at work or whatever, how they say it. You was already messing with this coworker. So we all know that. You're not going to just pick someone out of the blue, you know? So I just feel like she shouldn't have never opened that door. And if he couldn't accept that, then bye. I know you want your marriage, because even in the letter now, you said that you're not in love with him, but you don't want to start a new life without him. And see, and that's another thing. A lot of people are, when they're in a marriage or relationship, they've been in it for so long that they don't want to step out and see the real life that's out there. You know, you just want, you're how do they say it? You're in that zone, you're in that comfort zone, and you don't want to step out of it. But if someone's not treating you fairly, and it goes back to you have to be that person to make that decision, and you will be the only one to know when it's time to step away. No one else can tell you that. We can give you advice tonight, but it's going to be up to you to make that decision, whether you stay or whether you leave. But yeah, you shouldn't have done it, but that's in the past. In the past, you already done it. And you already had 4 women in the bedroom. So that's done. That's in the past. You can't take that back. But you say you don't love him. You pretend you sleep when he want to have sex with you. You're just going to be miserable. That's what it sounds like. You don't want to be in a miserable marriage. So pray on it, sister, and do what you got to do.
I recommend a book for you, sister. Don't be a hood rat. Don't be a hood rat.
And I recommend some stellar words for her too.
What?
Don't be a hood rat, sister.
What is that book even about? Because the title of it doesn't even sound right.
This is a hood rat. It's a interesting book.
No.
It's about a hood rat.
Oh
Don't
my
be a
God.
hood rat. The hood rat is somebody that's in the hood, live in the hood, and they're a rat. They get down and dirty and do anything for whatever they need it for. So, whatever they want, they do anything for it. That's a hood rat.
Oh Lord.
I would tell her to
Don't be a hood rat.
not stoop
Respect
to
yourself.
levels, that don't get out there and make yourself look bad just because of what went down in your marriage. Don't get out there and make yourself look
That's right.
crazy.
That's right.
But at the same time, don't stay in something that's going to make you sick.
Correct.
You know, don't stay in that marriage if you're, going to be stressing and going through all these changes.
Look at Voodoo Child.
Don't do it.
Oh, Voodoo Child's back.
Oh my goodness.
But guys, we're going to wrap it up.
Lord.
Thank you all for your comments. Of course,
Wow.
I couldn't get to all the comments, but thank you all for watching Tangy Tea tonight. We really appreciate each and every one of you. If you would like to be a guest on Tangy Tea of Life,
Let's get hood rat on. I mean, voodoo child. I didn't mean.
You can inbox me, or you can send me an email at tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. We would love for you to be a guest here. We would love to see your face, and let's sip on some tea together and let's chat about it. Here we talk about any and everything. Nothing's off limit right here at the tea. So once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for leaving your comments. Victor, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Always a pleasure. Tori, always a pleasure. And Fatim, hanging out with us all the way from New York. Is it snowing there?
Nah, no.
No snow?
Not yet.
Well,
We had a little bit 2 weeks ago, a week before Christmas, and this weekend it may be a little something, but nothing major.
But keep that in New York.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, you don't want no snow. I know I don't.
I got you. But I just want to say one thing real quick to you. That thank you, Veronica, for continuing the Tangy Tea. This is something that I participated when I came south last year, and I'm just glad that you continue to reach
2019.
out.
2019.
So it was 2019. So yeah, so now
last year.
So okay, 2019. So I just want to say thank you, and you're doing a fantastic job. And anything you need from me, I'm always in your corner. And Victor, hey, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to continue doing more shows with you. And Tori, you know where you lie in my heart. So so whenever I'm asked, I'll be here to help out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And speaking of that, it's 2 years this year that I've been doing the tea. Yeah, kicked it off 2019. And we've come a long way. And I appreciate everyone for showing love and just being excited about the tea. I'm excited, bigger and better things are on the way. Just have to stay focused and stay prayed up. But I appreciate each and every one of you, because without you guys, it wouldn't be no tea. So I love all of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
They say they want the pastors and Victor and Fatine on. Oh boy, what is that going to be like?
Please do it, Veronica.
Might as well do it.
Please do that.
If me, Fatine, and the pastors gonna do it, we're gonna do it on Keeping the Faith. Email them at keepingthefaith@gmail.com for all your questions, concerns, and comments.
Not on the tea. Not on the tea.
So you want to do it on Keeping the Faith? Is what you're saying?
No, hell no. Because you only have us on there for 20 minutes and then kick us off.
And you will not be able to curse.
That's all right. I can hold my mouth.
You better stay with the tea.
So you better stay over here on the tea.
Yeah, bring him on the tea. Bring him on the tea.
I'll see if I can make that happen. Y'all be on one of my pastors off.
Shoot, we may be sipping tea with them.
Oh God.
But thank you guys so much. Once again, I really appreciate it. Guys, and don't forget that we're live 2 places, here on Facebook and also on YouTube. So I was gonna say hurry up, but hello to everyone that's watching us out there on YouTube as well. We appreciate you guys so much. All right, guys, until next time, we will talk with you later. Bye.
Deuces.